Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Lazz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hey Walnut, it is me, Lazz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. How are you this week? I would love to know how you're doing. We've had some pretty delicious interviews in the recent weeks, so I'm obviously just on fire and excited and happy, and I just a little quick moment. I love Walnut Wednesday so much. If you're new here, I'm Lazz, I'm your podcast host, and I fall in love with my podcast every time I get to interview somebody. It's a little bit different when I'm on my own, but that doesn't mean that I don't love it all the same. So when you're listening to this, do let me know, because I love hearing from you and I love continuing the discussion. It gives me something to respond to and to take action on. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you for taking the time, and please let me know. But this week, walnutting I want to share with you, and I want to preface this by something I saw on TikTok, which was people are commenting at the moment of this is my villain era theme song, and it's all about the villain era, where it's basically like when your little inner bad bitch comes out of her little shell. I was going to say her walnut shell, but she comes just out of her peanut shell, and you're just like a baddie in the sense of being the bad guy, but in a sexy, seductive, delicious way. And it's coming up in so many different areas. I was at a retreat recently, and one of the cards that came up was temptress, and it was seduction, betrayal, and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just linking in with this idea of villain era. And I'm not sure if I completely resonate with the word walnut, but let me know if you're kind of in a saga kind of like this, where I feel like I'm well versed in practicing my boundaries and working alongside my bully demon and my walnut journey, that I've practiced so much saying no, saying yes to the opportunities that I want to actually be saying yes to, and really just doing what suits me best. And sometimes that comes off as what I would say, and what recovering people pleaser Lazz would say, as savage. It's probably actually just quite normal to some people. It's just normal standard behavior. But to us little people pleaser.coms, we think, oh my God, it's savage. And this is my thinking of this villain era, of the bad guy. Fine, I'll be the bad guy. Because it's just no, I've had enough. I've had enough of being the doormat. I've had enough of being this, easy breezy, walk all over me easy kind of girl, that now it's just you kind of throw your toys out the cot, fuck it, into this, the baddie, little baddie. And I'm kind of celebrating it, but it's all very new and fresh. But my walnutting this week I wanted to share with you is kind of in that vein, where I had a situation where somebody was asking me to do all this stuff. And I was, sounds so mundane, just asking me to do all this stuff. But I knew in my butt, I knew in my sacral, I was like, I don't think I'm not meant to be doing this stuff for you. You can do this yourself. You're literally, I can see straight through this request, and you're asking me to do it because you don't want to. You're going around the merry-go-round instead of just getting on the horse and doing it yourself. It was kind of one of those sorts of situations. And I kind of felt it straight away, and I kind of sat there getting angry, ugh, and started doing it. And then I thought, why? And because I was getting so frustrated, which is right, my not self theme in human design. So I was like, I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry at this person. I'm getting angry at myself. Why am I doing this? Let me know if you've had a situation like this, Walnut. But so what I ended up doing was sending separately, asking in a separate context outside of that, hey, just checking, what are your expectations of me around this? Can you just clarify? I came from the angle of I just need some guidance and clarification. What are my expectations of this? And then I kind of like bullet pointed, I was like, this is what I need from the situation. Like I need this detail, this detail, this detail, because I don't know anything about this thing that you're asking me to do. And then I was like, yay, I was assertive, I was a savage, I was a bad guy, I was the villain. I walnutted by actually saying basically, no, I'm not gonna do this. Or if I am, give me the information and the capacity and the detail to be able to do this for you. And then, of course, naturally, by default, BDiz pops in like, oh, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are asking for a basic human need to do a task and getting clarification on something that's not even, you're not even meant to be doing? Who the fuck do you think you are? Oh, she's mad at you. Is she going to be mad at you? Do you think she's going to be mad at you? Would she be mad at you? When are you next going to see her? Is she going to be like passive aggressive at you, or is she going to not ask you to do stuff anymore? Is she going to tell on you? Is she going to blah 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 blah? Is it going to make any other people be mad at me? So I sat there, you know, naturally for a good few hours. It felt like wasn't that long until I got a response. And this is the interesting part that I wanted to share with you, Walnut. This is the interesting part, which I don't think as a recovering people pleaser or practicing boundaries, I would have never experienced this. The response was, I'll do it. It was like not giving me instructions or anything. It was just like, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, thanks, or something like that. And they did the thing that they were asking me to do. It's almost like I called them out. I called them out on their little like dancing around the merry-go-round. I called them out and it made them jump on their horse. And what an empowering, liberating feeling to actually feel. Because it's like what like, you know, when you come out of this like people pleasing thing and you can actually think rationally about the situation, like especially like back talking to bully demon, like, is she going to be mad at you, are you going to get in trouble, la la la, what could I possibly have, you know, if I'd said, are you mad at me? And that what are they going to say? Yes, I'm mad at you because you didn't do the thing that I was meant to be doing. But it doesn't make sense, right? So like my walnutting this week has been a really interesting one because one, I've found out that like you know, it's another practicing of saying no, but I've discovered that sometimes people outside of our walnutness need to be called out on fighting around the merry-go-round instead of just doing it themselves. And this is the key difference between all the times that I have felt like taken advantage of, like a doormat, like a people pleaser, like I do everything for everyone else and no one does anything for me, because I never had enough courage to say like, hang on a second. not even the courage to say, but the courage to like, or the thought to think outside of myself and go, am I meant to be doing this? Is this the standard that I'm going to accept and like behave in this way? Am I actually going to literally just do it because someone just told me to just do it? I hope this is making sense, Walnut, because I feel like this is like a revelation. This is a revelation of getting someone to just get the F up and do what they're meant to be doing. So I don't know. I mean, the person's probably just like, oh yeah, whatever, and hasn't thought twice about my little walnutting. But for me, this is like a huge shift. This is a huge deal and a huge shift. And I feel very like powerful, like a villain, like a baddie, like a boss, like a I just stuck up for myself. I feel worthy. I feel I feel confident. And I mean, I say that loosely because if anyone asks me about it, I'm probably gonna like my voice will go all funny and do the thing and whatever. But I don't know. I feel like this is a very powerful moment to be sharing with you, Walnut, because this is a little walnutting, but a big deal because it contrasts so much to the times where I haven't even noticed that someone's been doing that to me. But the outcome is that, I feel like a butthole and like I've been like used, or that I don't, receive what I give out. And it's because in the moment I was able to pick up that somebody, I kind of could just tell. I could just tell. And I've got to put that to like the practicing of walnuttings, the years of practicing being a walnut, deciding to be brave, and really choosing in those moments to like stick up for myself. So go me. Let me know if you've had a situation similar or if this like resonates or if this is making you feel things. And I'm like throwing this like empowered, excitable feeling onto you, Walnut, because yeah, this is nothing to sniff glue about or whatever the saying is, because this is a really big deal to me, and I'm just basking in it a little. Hence, we're coming on and sharing this with you. So, on that note, have a happy Walnut Wednesday. Remember to stick up for yourself. You're worthy. You don't need to do the thing if you don't want to. Sounds so simple when you say it out loud. But I know, Walnut, that is sometimes the hardest thing to ever possibly do is to say no or yes in the empowered way. So let me know how you get on. All the best. Godspeed. Kind regards. And I will talk to you next Walnut Wednesday on the podcast or inside the walnut tree or on the Instagrams. Have a happy week, and I will talk to you soon. You are beautiful, you are sexy, you are delicious, and you are a worthy walnut. Bye.